Hi guys, the Michael Myers fanatic here. People have been talking about the return of Danielle Harris. Here are my thoughts on that. I like Danielle Harris a lot. And you guys know I'm a huge fan of hers. But what really kills me is how people think I don't know who she is or what she's done. You guys forget I'm older than most of the audience. I know who Danielle Harris is. Don't get it twisted. I'm very well aware of who Danielle Harris is. I used to watch her on the Halloween DVDs when she did the interviews for it and shit. I saw her in 25 Years of Terror when YouTube was still in its infancy. So I'm very well aware of who Danielle Harris is. My thing is this. Even though I want to interview her, I'm not gonna let my fandom blind me to the reality of the situation. And I encourage you not to do the same either. Here's the thing. She has already had her time in the spotlight. I've said this before. It's time to build new stars where Halloween is concerned. It is time for us to have a new protagonist. It's time for a new protagonist to walk down the streets of Haddonfield and be stalked by Michael. More than likely, Danielle Harris auditioned for the role of Jamie Lloyd. So why shouldn't somebody else be given a chance to do that same thing? Why should she automatically just be given the opportunity to do it again because she's Danielle Harris? How is that fair? When you've got all these new, hungry actresses who I'm sure would love to jump at the chance to play the protagonist. Stop fanboying out and look at the reality of the situation. Let somebody else have a chance to do it. I understand that Halloween 6 was a very messed up situation. It was shitty and nobody's denying that. Nobody's taking that away from her. But you have to look at it like this. Malik Akkad owns the franchise. And there's a reason why he has not asked her to come back. I don't know what the reason is. If he thinks it's okay, then we should be okay with it. It's his franchise. They can talk at any time they want to talk on the phone. I'm quite sure she has his phone number. So if he has not called her, more than likely, there is a reason for it. Point blank, period. She shouldn't just be given an opportunity because she's Danielle Harris. It doesn't work that way. And some people are going to say, well, what about Jamie Lee Curtis getting an opportunity to be in the new Halloween? Yeah, but I have nothing to do with that. I'm giving you my opinion on whether or not Danielle Harris should return. If it were up to me, probably not. Same thing with Jamie Lee Curtis. If it were up to me, probably not. You got to think of it in terms like this. Marianne Hagan hasn't been back to the franchise. Ellie Cornell hasn't been back to the franchise. Kathleen Kinmont hasn't been back to the franchise. Wendy Kaplan hasn't been back to the franchise. Michelle Williams, Jodie Lynn O'Keefe, Bianca Kylick. I can go on and on. They haven't returned. So what makes her any different? The problem with it is you guys are fanboying up and you're letting your fandom get in the way of the reality of the situation. In this world, nobody gives you anything. You earn it unless you got some kind of influence. And I guess with Jamie Lee Curtis, she puts butts in seats. That's why they give it to her. Money talks. And like I said, there is a reason why they haven't asked her to come back. I'm not trying to be rude. It is what it is. I don't know anything about her coming onto the channel, for anybody thinking that. Nobody from Blumhouse is coming onto my channel, for anybody thinking that. As you all know, I'm a huge fan of Allison from Halloween 18. And if it was her, I would be telling you the same thing. After Halloween ends, it's time to give it to somebody else. So, this is not like that. I'm not one of these huge Halloween YouTubers where I have connections with movie studios and all that shit. It's not happening. I'm just a regular YouTuber. Like I told you yesterday, people agreed to come on my channel out of the kindness of their heart. I don't have any connections. I'm not like these other YouTubers out here that have to lie to you because they don't want to upset their subscribers or because they don't want to upset the studio. It's not going down like that. Do I have things in the works? Yes, there are things that I'm trying to work out that I can't talk about, but I don't have anything in the works that's so big that I'm just going to lie to you and lie to her to make her feel good. I respect her too much to lie to her to make her feel good and just kiss up to her and just tell her everything she wants to hear. I wouldn't do something like that. I don't have any connections. I'm just plain old me. Plain old boring me. Period. I'm not in league with any studios, and I'm just keeping it real, whether you like it or not. And there was a viewer on a channel, I'm not going to say what the channel's name is, but he was saying that whether I like it or not, people want to see Danielle Harris. That might be true. But whether you like it or not, Malika Akkad has not asked her to come back for a reason. If he wanted her back, she would have been back. If the other studios wanted her back, she would have been back. I can guarantee you that. If Blumhouse wanted her back, she would have been back. Period. If Universal wanted her, she would have been back. Period. I'm not in league with anybody. I'm not connected to anybody. I don't have any connections. I don't have any pull. I don't have any clout. I'm just me. Darnell Weeks, the Michael Myers fanatic, the Myers fan 25, whatever you want to call me. I'm just me. Nothing special going on this channel. Period. She had her chance. It's time to give somebody else a chance. And like I've been saying, if they wanted her back, she would have been back. Whether you like it or not. I'm the Michael Myers fanatic, and I approve this message, whether you or anybody else likes it or not.